Okay, topic for today.
Today's topic.
Heutiges Thema.
Water leaks. This is going to be a water leak in a water trough that the horses use. Specifically, it's a metal trough, and it's created for itself a small pinprick sized hole due to rust. I haven't had a lot of luck in the past fixing water troughs. I've just found it easier to cast them aside, turn them into planters, and go buy another one. But I'd really like to try and figure out if I couldn't save a couple of dollars this time and put some new life into this. Luckily, JB Weld does make something called Water Weld, and not only does this come recommended by folks online, but right here it says potable water tanks. So this stuff can be used and submerged, and it should hold up just fine. So we're going to give that a crack. The challenge for me, though, is there's a goldfish in there that I put in years ago. He was about yay big then, and he's about this big now. This big. And I'm going to have to find a place for him for the day. I'm going to have to put him in a goldfish motel. If you're wondering why we put goldfish in water troughs around here, it's because they help keep down mosquito larvae, and also because apparently they eat some of the plants and things that would grow up and cloud the water. I do know that this particular goldfish has been in this water trough for about 7 years now, and he might be just as nutty as a poop house rat, but he seems to be fine in all other respects. He's grown from probably half an inch to 7 or 8 inches now with the long golden tail that he's got, and so for the simple fact that the boy has managed to survive for the last 7 or 8 years in a water trough alone, I want to try and keep him safe and well cared for in the next 24 hours during this fix. You know, if this is PVC pipe, I could tell you exactly what to do and how to fix it, but when you start talking about something like a water trough, that gets a little trickier, and we're going to see how this goes. We're going to do it together, and hopefully by the end of this video, I will have a way for you to fix your water tank, your metal horse water tank or trough, if it starts to leak. So let's get going. Let's take a look, shall we? Okay, it's the next morning and I'm going out to check the work that I did yesterday. Now that JB Weld Water Weld specifically that I used, it doesn't even have a dry time, so to speak. Theoretically, it sets up in about 15 minutes and can harden even underwater. So it wasn't a matter of giving it a whole lot of time to dry in my mind. It was simply the fact that it got to be nighttime, so I kind of had to let it go. So now this morning I've come out, I'll check it over, and I'm going to put a layer of silicone on the inside to give it that final layer and a little bit more confidence so that I can sleep at night, not worry that the tank's going to spring a leak in the middle of the night. Now, if your thoughts initially went to, hey, I'll just use some silicone that I used on the window when it got a leak, don't do it, because not all silicone is made alike. You want to go to a pet store and find something that they make specifically for fixing fish tanks, because then you know it's going to be safe to put in here with something that your horses are going to be drinking out of. You also know then that it's going to be okay to be submerged. So again, not all silicone is made alike. Make sure that it says that it's for potable water, or that you can put fish in whatever it is that you're fixing. So it's time to put the silicone on.
so I waited 2 full days after putting the silicone on. It was 48 hours per the instructions, and now I've turned the water back. What is going on here?
And I'm sad to say my fish didn't make it. I found it dead floating at the top of the water line last night. I had put it into a 4-gallon feed bucket, filled it up with water, of course, but it just didn't make it. Now, I've filled this tank, I've refilled this tank a dozen times, and I've never had a problem. I don't know what went wrong this time unless it was a matter of the fish not getting oxygen into that bucket. I don't want this to happen to me again, to a fish again, or to somebody out there that might be watching. If folks out there have a little more experience with fish, maybe they can fill out the comment section below and tell me what I might have done wrong to kill that fish, because I feel pretty bad about it after keeping that thing in this tank for 6 or 7 years and watching it grow. It was always a big topic of conversation around here. If this particular video has helped you, please leave a comment below, hit the like button, and subscribe. But don't forget, until next time I see you, don't forget it's horsemen like hossmen, or hossmen like horsemen. And so we had a burial this morning attended to by myself and the 2 cats, which is kind of funny because the cats really didn't care about the fish while it was alive, and suddenly they want to be best friends.